Okay, man, there's sometimes that you look at John McCain and you say, you're a dirtbag weasel. And then other times that you look at him and you say, you're a weasel dirtbag. And it's that dichotomy of, is he a dirtbag weasel or a weasel dirtbag?
That's what makes him such a maverick.
It is.
You don't know which one he's going to be on any given day.
He's the most mavericky maverick I've ever seen. And I know mavericks.
Yeah. And that's why we try to bring the full spectrum of the debate from weasel dirtbag to dirtbag weasel. Where is he?
All of it.
Yeah, where is
all of it? You have to cover both sides.
Last night, he said something shocking. And, of course, just spontaneous. In his conversation with Greta Van Susteren, except it wasn't so spontaneous because the chyron underneath him, the little thing where it says what he's going to be on talking about, said it in advance. So he knew in advance what he was going on, and so did Fox. And what's weird is that John McCain and Fox both bashed the bat snot out of Ted Cruz, who said, hey, we should have a full repeal of Obamacare because this is going to be very bad. And you remember, for 24 hours, he made sense. He talked about how bad it was really going to be. And that maverick John McCain, who just does mavericky kind of maverick things, got up and said, I'm such a cowboy, I'm going to throw in with the establishment. And anybody who thinks that you can repeal this, it's already law, and you're a wacko bird. You're a crazy man.
Here's what he said back then.
I think Senator Cruz is free to do whatever he wants to with the rules of the Senate. I will again state unequivocally that this is not something that we can succeed in funding Obamacare because we don't have 67 Republican votes in the Senate, which would be required to override a presidential veto.
So why is Cruz doing it? Why are the House Republicans doing this? If it's obvious that they don't have the votes to do it, why continue?
Well, I do note with some interest that most of the people who are doing this are new and did not have the experience that we had when the American people, who don't like government but don't want it to be shut down, reacted in a very negative fashion.
Okay, so he just didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, he didn't know what he was doing. He's really pretty stupid, and he's a wacko bird. And, it couldn't be that those people who were doing this actually believed in something, actually at least wanted to be on the record saying, this is wrong, and I will fight to my last dying breath to stop millions of people from losing their insurance. I will ring the bell, and I will stand against all odds. I will do it even at my own demise because it's the right thing to do. You see, I'm not playing a game. I am smart enough to figure out that we don't have the votes. But if we all just stand together, at least we can wake some people up and say, look what the progressives are doing to you. No, it couldn't be that. No, they're just dumb. They're crazy. They're dumb. Some of them are anarchists. Some of them are even terrorists. However, when the lousy senator from Arizona, I'd like to call him the good senator from Arizona, but I don't think he's a good senator from Arizona. I think he's a lousy senator from Arizona. When the lousy senator from Arizona decides that, oh, wait a minute, now the political winds have changed, now he wants to jump on. And who else is he jumping in with? Dianne Feinstein. So the lousy senator from California is also in on this.
Well, she wants the delay of the mandate, right, with some of the endangered Democrats. John McCain, you're missing this guy. John McCain is so hardcore, this guy.
Okay.
He's such a hardcore conservative.
Is he an anarchist?
I would say he's a borderline anarchist, this guy.
He's not a terrorist, though, is he?
Well, no.
Is he a wacko bird? He's not a wacko bird saying that we should repeal this thing, is he?
He's saying we should just get rid of it completely. So there's
let's listen to the lousy senator from Arizona.
people go across state lines to, in order to, if they can get a better insurance policy.
No, wait a minute. Hold on just a second. That's crazy talk, because that's what we were talking about. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about allowing people to go across state lines to be able to get that. But you wouldn't do that. Why would you be able to go across state lines? It's whatever that state has. You can't go across state lines. Like, for instance, think of this. This is what a wacko bird. He's coming up with this go across state lines. It'd be like if you would say, we have to recognize marriage or commerce across state lines. That we would say, you get married in one state, we got to recognize it in the other state. That's how wacko this guy is.
Crazy.
That you could actually get married in another state. Let's say you live here and you're like, I'm going to go get married in Las Vegas. That you could cross the state line and get that service done in another state.
Remember, we went recently to a friend's wedding in Kentucky. They're not married in New York.
No, of course they're not.
Of course not. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a driver's license from Texas, you got to stop your car at the border and walk the rest of the way to wherever you're going,
Of
right?
course you do.
Can't cross the state line with that driver's license because it's only good for Texas.
Yeah, I mean, because the laws in Oklahoma are completely different.
Completely different.
It is like I don't know if you've ever driven
Wish
there.
the founders would have come up with something
to
fix that problem.
You think they? Oh, they were so
great.
stupid. They were wacko birds.
Yeah.
But it's like you go across the state line and it's like you're on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's no way you could come up with a system.
It's like Europe, where you go from Spain to France,
yeah,
to Italy.
Can you imagine being able to buy something in France that you could buy in Spain?
No.
You
Silly.
can't.
What an anarchist.
Yeah,
what a terrorist for even suggesting it.
It's like that caller we had yesterday who was buying Obamacare insurance and put in his zip code. And when he put in his zip code, the place he lives, it crosses over 2 counties.
Oh, no.
However, when he puts in one county, when they ask him to clarify which county it is, it's $3,000 more than if he was in the other county, which is also part of the same zip code. So
wait a minute. How's that possible?
It's a little.
Well, you're not going to be able to buy that over county lines.
You can't buy it over county lines. That would be insane.
Okay, all right.
It's totally different insurance in the other county.
Right. It's exactly the same.
No. In the other county, they cover all the other stuff that's specific to that county. The other diseases of the county-specific disease.
Okay, but that's the only reason why they charge $3,000 more is because there's those county diseases.
The county diseases, probably, or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Okay, so let's go back to Mr. Maverick.
And remove this whole tax incentive for employers to provide employees health insurance.
That is repeal. That's repeal.
That's repeal. That's right. That's exactly
Whoa!
right. That is
Joe, wait a minute. John McCain, you're such a maverick. Hang on just a second. The lousy senator from, if I may recognize the lousy senator from Arizona, I'm trying to get my arms around this. He's so mavericky. He's almost such a maverick. It's old-timey. It's almost like he's using someone else's recycled idea. And it's almost like he had to destroy someone so he could retain his power. You know what I mean? And then take his idea and then just recycle it, repackage it, and then go on the sources that won't hold him accountable at all because they're part of the problem. You know what I mean? It's almost that much of a maverick. So let me see if I have this right. He's just now on Fox News saying repeal. Does he know that there's no chance of that ever happening? Does he realize that? Or does he think there is a chance now, and so then he could look like the leader that he always has been? Oh, my goodness. Because now, if we have a chance, he's already destroyed everyone else. And if he could just make it look mavericky, the GOP could look like this was their idea. and they're working together with the maverick. Oh, what a win for the progressives. All right, go ahead. Let's listen to some
repeal in every other way, because what Obamacare is an experiment in social engineering. In other words, make young, healthy people pay more.
Stop it. I won't hear it. An experiment. And look, there we have a real problem with health care in our nation. We have a real problem, an experiment in social. What? What an anarchist.
See, I don't like this because I want a politician who's going to reach out across lines and bridge gaps. And this guy is such a wacko bird. He's asking for something, to me, that's completely foreign, this full repeal.
This, you know what it is?
Well, it can't happen either.
It can't happen. It's already law.
It might be because he's
already law.
You don't
it's
fight,
already
you don't
law.
fight a law
Let
once
me
it's
just
already
hang on.
law.
I don't think you understand. It's
No, it's
already
a
law.
I do.
It's already law.
Is
I
it
heard
law?
that from people
It's
in
a law.
his party.
It's like slavery. It's a
law.
You don't mess with a
mess
law.
with laws. Once
right?
they're laws,
You
you don't
mess
mess
with
with
it.
them. There's no chance.
There's no
You know
arguing.
what this guy wants? He wants to collapse the country.
That's what he wants. You know what he wants? No government.
You know what he wants?
No
He's
government.
a crazy man who I believe is probably strapping a suicide vest to himself right now. That's how much of a maverick he is.
They are terrorists.
Is it possible, though, that he's just new to Washington and doesn't understand the rules?
No, there's no chance.
No, because he's been
no
there
chance.
for 114
There
years.
is no chance.
Yeah,
he has been riding on the fumes of a heroic thing that he did when he was in his 20s, back in the 1910s. I'm not sure when it was exactly,
18
but he really did a heroic thing, and then he has ridden that horse until he can no longer beat it. It's been dead for a long time, but he'll still drag up that rotted corpse and say, "Look at my horse. Look at the horse I rode on in here with." And everybody's like, "Oh, well, he does have that horse." So maybe we should respect the lousy senator from Arizona. He's such a maverick. Again, I just can't decide whether he is a dirtbag weasel or a weasel dirtbag. I can't decide.
It's hard.